From that moment Jesus was raised. History didn't fall silent. The struggle between disciples and the Jewish priesthood reshaped the world forever. After Jesus was raised, struggle for power and a message spreading was against each other, a rebellion against the empire, and the result was the city wiped from the map. In that time, Palestine was under the Roman rule. Jerusalem dominated by the temple, run by a priestly elite. Large Jewish community thrived in Alexandria, Babylon, and Rome. Disciples of Jesus began proclaiming his message: worship God alone, reform hearts, and bring mercy to the poor. The priestess class saw the call as a threat to their authority, so arrests began, and yet sympathy grew among the common people. The message spread from Jerusalem to many cities near, but this is danger to the law and to the order. So they tried to stop them before unrest. In that time Paul was zealous Jew, who at first hunted the followers of Jesus. After climbing, he not only believed, he redirected the mission. From here, that movement began splitting. One path rooted in the Jewish community, another expanding into the wider empire. A decisive meeting took place in Jerusalem. Leaders agreed that Gentiles could join without adopting the full Jewish law. That marked the formal beginning of separation between Judaism and emerging Christianity movement, especially outside Palestine. But in Judah pressure was mounting. Heavy taxes, religious humiliation, and factions among the Jewish. Priests sought to preserve their privileges with Rome. The people were trapped between Roman oppression and internal division. No dignity under an empire. The sword is the answer. So rebellion erupts. At first, Jewish forces score shocking victories, but Roma doesn't fall easy. Emperor Nino and his son take command. The Roman war machines grind through city after city. For 4 years, Jerusalem was under siege and starvation. In fighting between Jewish factions inside the wall, the second temple set ablaze and the city destroyed. Tens of thousands killed or enslaved. The era of Temple of Jerusalem ends forever. Aftermath: Judaism transformed from a faith centered on a sacrifice and altar to the rabbinic Judaism, centered on teaching, synagogues, and oral law. The Jewish diaspora were everywhere: Rome, Alexandria, Babylon, Damascus, Iraq, and meanwhile, the message of Jesus continued spreading among non-Jewish. What we should learn from this: political and religious, exploding into war, that rejecting reform brings destruction, and history repeats itself.